Hi, everyone. Liza with Gatehouse Admissions, and I'm here to chat with you about Booth's application essay, Chicago Booth, that is. I have to say, I really like Booth's essay questions. I love how they're both, practical and a little bit more personal. They're just a really good blend, and I think they capture a little bit of Booth's spirit of being one side being very analytical and the other side being very expressive. So anyway, enough of that backstory. Let's jump into the questions. The first question is the quintessential goal statement essay prompt. How will a Booth MBA help you achieve your immediate and long-term post-MBA career goals? There's a minimum of 250 words, no maximum. Right off the bat, I got to say, I like the fact that Booth gives you the judgment of how many words to include. Of course, with that gift comes responsibility. Remember that the application process is an exercise in strategic judgment. You do not want to overwhelm the admissions committee with too much to read. However, 250 words is pretty short. I feel pretty confident or comfortable recommending more like 500 or even 600 words if you need to go there. Don't go there unless you don't need the space. But just looking around at the industry and what's acceptable in terms of length, 500 is reasonable. So feel free. And then if you have a little bit more to fit in there, go for it. But it's important when you're crafting your response to this essay prompt is to go a little bit beyond just what's included here in the essay prompt. So they're asking, for you to communicate your immediate and long-term career goals, as well as how Booth will help you get there. So that's those are two key elements of the logic argument that you will build in a goal statement essay, which remember is you're providing your vision for the future. You want to explain how it connects to the past, and you want to showcase how business school, and Booth in particular in this case, is the bridge that connects the past with where you've been to where you're headed. So this essay prompt asks for the MBA and the future part, but even though they don't ask for where and how it connects to where you've been, you do want to include that, even if just a little. It just makes it much clearer of why your goals are the goals that you have, and if you are at all prepared already to actually achieve them. So definitely spend some time investing in reflecting on your goals, and not just what you want to be, what you want your title to be, but the impact that you want to have, the problems that you want to solve, the reason why this career path inspires you. Think about all that as you're reflecting on what to communicate here. And then spend some time really researching Booth and identifying the courses, experiences, clubs, classes, whatever about the Booth experience that you need to take advantage of to really achieve those goals. Those are the core components that you will deliver in this essay if you want to create a successful and compelling one. If Booth's first application essay was more the tactical, practical, the more standard, tell me about your goals type essay, Booth's second essay is much more creative and gives you a lot more latitude to express who you are. I love it. I'm going to read it. An MBA is as much about personal growth as it is about professional development. In addition to sharing your experience and goals in terms of career, we'd like to learn more about you outside the office. Use this opportunity to tell us something about who you are. Similar to essay number one, you have a minimum of 250 words here and no maximum, so you have some space. And what we've heard from the Booth admissions team is that it's fine if you go up 500, 700, even 800 words. But as always, remember, you are asking the admissions committee to give their very valuable time in reading your essay. So be ruthless. Make sure whatever you have in that essay is essential. Don't try to throw everything in, because you'll lose a reader. And instead of them being your friend, they'll be ready to look at the next applicant. So, 500, 600 words, feel fine to go that high as long as you have something to say, even a little bit above, but be strategic. Now, let's talk a little bit more about the prompt itself. Now, they want to learn about who you are outside the office. One quick caveat, that doesn't mean you can't touch on something to do with the office. Sometimes when explaining who you are, it's very much intertwined with who you are in the office, and that's okay. But what they don't want to hear is about a work accomplishment or something. This is not the place for it. But what they do want to hear about is, your values, your how you became you, the things that have influenced you, your decisions along the way, the passions that you have, the ways that you invest your time. There's no right or wrong thing to explore here, and you've got some wiggle room, even though they say something. It might be more than one thing, or it might be a connection of a little bit more broadly. So it might be a collection of things that represents who you are. So I don't want to say necessarily have fun with this, but I do love that you get to capture some more of your passions and how you spend your time and who you are and the way you are in this essay in a way that you are less able to do in essay number one.